Hello all, good morning. Welcome to Smart Classes. In today's class, we will discuss about the movements of identity in Telangana. Mainly, we'll discuss about the work of Telugu people for the unification and their identity. So basically, we'll start with the meeting, which is the Janasang in Nizam state. So basically, in this meeting was conducted on 12th November 1921 in Vivekavardhani School of Hyderabad. In this meeting, there were several Mulkis giving their speeches. All the speeches were mostly in Marathi, Urdu, and English. But there was an advocate who is Allampalli Venkatarama Rao. He gave his speech in Telugu. His speech was really good, but many of the people and the crowd basically criticized Allapalli Venkatarama Rao for giving speech in Telugu. So the feelings of the Telugu people had gotten hurt. So they could not take that their language is being degraded or is being criticized. So on the same day evening, 11 persons met at the home of Tekumulla Rangarao. Tekumulla Rangarao was one of the social reformer and he was a scholar. So basically, in his home, 11 important people who were scholars in Telugu language met and formed a committee with Telugu persons in it. So basically, this committee was formed in order to protect the language of Telugu people and their culture. And finally, Andhra Jana Kendra Sangam was formed by these 11 people after the meeting. The first meeting of this Sangam was conducted on 17 July 1923 at the house of Madapati Hanmantrao, who was also secretary of the meeting of the first meeting, and Rao Bahadur Venkat Reddy was the president of the meeting. In this meeting, they basically discussed about the various reforms which have to be brought in the people of Telangana. And then the second meeting was conducted on 3rd March 1924. So this meeting was conducted in the home of Shabnavisu Venkatrama Narsimharao, who was the editor of Nilagiri, not the home, at the office of Venkatrama Narsimharao, who was the editor of Nilagiri newspaper. And the third meeting was held at Madira on 21st February 1925, and the president was Rao Bahadur Venkat Reddy. And the fourth meeting at Suryapet, fifth meeting, there were total 8 meetings held. And the last meeting was held at Sirsila. So, next thing we'll discuss is Andhra Mahasabhas in the Nizam state. Basically, in order to empower Telugu people, Andhra Mahasabhas have been formed and they started conducting their meetings in the Nizam state. First Mahasabha was conducted under Konda Venkata Reddy and it was conducted in Jogipet in 3rd to February 1930. Basically, as we have studied in the last class, there was a GO passed by the government which is known as Gasti Nishan, which is GO 53. So, because of this GO, the government has stopped after the first meeting. They have stopped They have not given the permission to conduct the meeting, and they have also said that no meetings without the Nizam's permission. So, it took time for the second meeting to be conducted. The president of that meeting was Suravaram Pratapareddy, editor of Golconda Patrika. First Andhra Mahila Sabha was also conducted during these meetings, and the second meeting was conducted at Devarkonda in Nalgonda. Burugula Ramakrishna Rao, who was the first chief minister of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, has chaired the meeting. Resolutions at the Devarkonda meeting. What were the resolution? And the first resolution was removal of Gasti Nishan, which has stated that there will be no meetings without the permission of Nizam. Request request to the government to abolish untouchability and bonded labor. provide equal freedom to the Harijans, entry into temples and commonwealth. These were put forward by, as you know, Bhagya Reddy Verma. And the third meeting was held at Khammam. This meeting was delayed as you know, there was a resolution passed that Kasti Nishan should be removed. So the Nizam government did not give permission to conduct the meeting. So this was delayed. And Madapati and Mantra proposed compulsory education in this meeting. And the important resolutions passed were abolition of bonded labor, establishment of small scale industries, system of elections in municipal and district levels, abolition of tax for the weavers, prohibition of alcohol. There was, as you know, with the Andhra Mahasabhas, there was Andhra Mahila Mahasabhas also conducted. So women's meeting was also conducted separately. In this women's meeting, also there were some resolutions passed, which were prohibition of child labor, prohibition of dowry, or selling of the bride, selling of bride, use of local products, education of children, establishment of small scale industries. Fourth meeting at Sirisilla. Here the speech was given by Madapati Hanmantra. And the resolutions for at Sirisilla were also almost the same. Bonded abolition of bonded labor, compulsory primary education, education facilities in the Jagars, higher education for ladies through their mother tongue, libraries, establishment of libraries, tax abolition of tax for weavers, grants for Ayurveda system of treatment. Fifth meeting was held at Shadnagar and the resolutions passed were almost the same resolution. And the sixth meeting was held at Nizamabad. In this meeting, the importance of this meeting is first time locals gave locals have taken Mulki problems seriously. So they have discussed on Mulki problems and their jobs in the government services. And the seventh meeting was held at Malkapur of Atraf Balda. In this meeting, they have condemned the constitutional reforms declared by the government on 19 July 1939. The other resolutions passed were almost the same as in the first, second, and third meetings. And the eighth meeting was held in Chilkur, Nalgonda district. Here, resolution was passed against the house arrest of Baddamilla Reddy and Hanumaya Chowdhury. Ninth meeting at Dharmavaram, Varangal, and the 10th meeting at Reddy Hostel in Hyderabad in 1943. After the 10th meeting, there was a vertical division in Andhra Mahasabha. There were two different groups, which is communists and landlords. Landlords were mostly moderates and the communists were extremists. In the 11th meeting at Bangir, it was led by the extremists and the resolutions were passed according to the extremists, which was held in 1944. In 12th meeting, it was led by the moderates. 13th meeting also by the moderates in Kandi village in Medak, which is held on 10th, 10th to 11th May 1946. And finally, once again, so after this, so after the 13th meeting in 1947, India has got independence, and in 1948, Hyderabad was merged into independent India. So there was no need of meetings after this. And it's a different story after the merger of Hyderabad state into independent India. We will study about those things in the coming classes. And then there was a Usmania Graduate Association formed. This is a this is started by a political wing of Mulki agitation in order to get the students into the agitation and lead to the welfare and development of the Telangana people. Society of Union and Progress was formed by the students of Hyderabad studying in London in 1926. They have demanded for the responsible government and different administrative reforms. So, these are the movements of identity before India, before Hyderabad was merged into merged into India. So, finally, thank you for the opportunity. Signing off. Smart classes.